I'm counting on you.
Campaign stop.
And we've got the plan in Canada's recovery plan.
After campaign stop, the two leaders who appear most likely to head up the next government are making their final arguments in a close race. Justin Trudeau holding both in-person and virtual events in every province but Saskatchewan as he hammers home the question he has presented to voters since the start of this campaign. Who do you trust to lead you out of the pandemic?
If you're a leader, you should be able to have the people who work with you follow you. And yet Erin O'Toole can't do that. He can't even make his own candidates choose to get vaccinated.
Conservative leader Erin O'Toole sticking to the vote-rich Toronto region, where he pushed his message this was a completely unnecessary election, while trying to cast the debate forward.
We will build domestic capacity in vaccines, in medical equipment. We will rely on ourselves, and we will never again be unprepared for a crisis.
Trudeau is painting the Liberals as the only progressive choice to keep O'Toole out of the Prime Minister's office.
People say, I know I should vote Liberal to stop the Conservatives, but I want to vote for the most progressive ambition at the same time. Well, guess what you can tell them? In this election, both of those options are the same party, the Liberal Party of Canada.
I want folks to know that you got a choice in this election.
But the NDP's Jagmeet Singh, who's making 7 stops across BC, is trying to convince progressive voters he's the real deal and to avoid the siren song of strategic voting.
If you vote, you get what you want. If you want these things that we're talking about, if you believe in fighting the climate crisis, if you believe in fighting the housing crisis, you can't go with Mr. Trudeau, who's all for show.
If there is another minority government elected with the NDP playing kingmaker, Singh says making sure billionaires pay their fair share will remain his priority before supporting another party. Now, how well did each of the leaders perform over the last 36 days? One political strategist is grading their campaigns.
Trudeau was very average, a C-plus student, didn't make any critical mistakes probably other than just calling the election. Erin O'Toole, maybe with a C-plus, issues like gun reform. They sidestepped a lot of questions instead of kind of dealing with it head on. Jagmeet Singh, I would give a B+. We experimented with a lot of stuff, like the building an island on Animal Crossing, and so you got to give credit to a guy who's willing to do something interesting.
Caryn Ceolin, City News.